Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be looking at a year's worth of empties. I don't think I've ever done this kind of video before and I have seen it a lot, and so I was very curious to see at the end of the year what my makeup use up actually looked like, and I am so glad that I did because it's really very inspiring. Now, the one thing that I did not do that I will absolutely do next year is I will keep track of dollar amounts. I don't have enough time or energy, to be honest with you, to go through all of my empties and tally them up. I know, I'm sorry, I suck, but it's still really neat to be able to see all of them sort of laid out and see how much progress I made. Now, I did buy some stuff this year, so a lot of this did get replaced and my collection has grown somewhat as well because I am a crazy person, but it's still very exciting. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail of all of these empties because they are all featured in empties videos that I've posted throughout the year, with a couple of exceptions. I do have a couple of brand new empties that I'll talk about very quickly before going into how many things I used up and from what category. So the thing that I keep playing with is this guy right here. This is my Flower Beauty makeup sponge, and I'll be honest with you, it's not like ripping or having any sort of genuine issues, but this is a makeup sponge that I've been using all year, and so it's probably just time for it to go. I don't always use a makeup sponge. More often than not, I use a brush, but there are some foundations that I do just really prefer with a sponge. So this is the guy that I've been using all year, so it's probably time for him to go. I really love this makeup sponge from Flower Beauty. I already have one repurchased that I'll be breaking out at some point, I'm sure. I did also, and I think I mentioned this honestly in my last empties video because it was genuinely on its last leg. This is the mascara by Tarte Big Ego. I think the name suits it very well. It thinks a lot of itself but doesn't really deliver. It's not the worst mascara ever, but it's just very dry. It takes a lot of coats. I don't really like it unless I'm using my very favorite mascara primer, which is the L'Oreal Voluminous. So this guy, he wasn't awful, but I wouldn't repurchase, and I don't think it's really worth the price point for it. But mascara is very personal, so that's just my opinion. I did also finish off my concealer. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I did attempt to pull the stopper out. It didn't come out. It's actually in the bottom, which is why like the doe foot is all like mangled and stuff. I liked this just fine. I would certainly use it again if it came into my collection. I don't know if it's one that I'm going to go out looking for by any means, but if it came back into my collection, I would happily use it. It worked just fine. I also finally finished off my Physicians Formula. This is the Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum. This is my favorite eyeliner of all times. I love this. I love this, and I'm sad that it has gone dry because I'm probably going to force myself to work through some of the other eyeliner pens that I have in my collection already before I repurchase this guy. But this is going to be a definite repurchase. For those of you that have never tried this before, only get the Ultra Black. Black itself is garbage. Ultra Black is where it is. I also finished off a primer. So this was in my year-long project pan. This is the Marc Jacobs. This is the Invisible Undercover Perfecting Primer. I'm excited that I used this guy up. I liked it just fine. I think for the price point, it's not one that I would repurchase, but I liked it just fine. And then finally, the thing that I am genuinely most excited about of all of the empties that I have for the entire year, the thing that I am just most genuinely proud of is this guy right here. You guys, I used up an entire bronzer. I used up a whole bronzer. I just can't believe that I did that. It's like, I want to keep it forever just to show that I did it. That's absurd. I'm not actually going to, but I finished up a whole bronzer. That's amazing to say. So let's go ahead and talk about how many things I finished up from which categories. So I didn't save any of my skincare, body care, hair care, any of that kind of stuff. This is going to be makeup exclusively. So let's start with lip balms because I really love lip balms, and it's the one sort of product that could go either skincare or makeup. I just choose to hold it in the makeup category. So I used up, let's see if I can get these all in my hand in a way that doesn't drop them. I used up 5 products. So I've got my e.l.f. See, I knew I was going to drop stuff. Let's see if I can do this again. Okay, so I've got my e.l.f. lip balm. I've got this one here from Neutrogena. I have this one from Sephora. I have my beloved Laneige sleeping mask, and then one of those fresh sugar rosé lip balms. So 5 lip balms I've used up this year, which is awesome. I also used up, let's look at primer is probably what I use next when getting ready in the morning. So I did use up an eye primer. So I'm counting that in kind of the primers category. I have used up a total of 4 makeup primers. In general, 1 is an eyeshadow primer. The rest are actual face primers. So 2 are full size and 1 is a mini. So that's exciting. Next, we'll say foundation. And I used up, you guys, 4. Now, not all of these were completely full, like, you know, that's just how it is. But I have 2 minis. No, I've got 1 mini and 3 full-size foundations that I finished this year, which is exciting. I am going to be very excited throughout the entirety of this video because it's so rewarding to see all of the progress that you've made throughout the course of the year. So moving on from there, we also have concealers. So I used up 3 full-size concealers, you guys. I used up the Milani Conceal and Perfect, the NARS Creamy Concealer, and the one from Makeup Revolution that's supposed to be like a dupe for the Shape Tape. So that is awesome as well. As far as powders go, I finished off 1 full-size powder and 2 little miniature powders. I felt like, I think I had another miniature powder that I just saved the container for to carry around like earrings and pills and stuff like that when I travel. But even still, for the 3 that I have here, that is awesome because I go through powder very, very slowly. I don't use a ton, so that is where I am there. Let's see. Next, I would say would be setting sprays for me. And I used up 5. 4 that are full-sized and 1 that is a mini. So I finished off the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. I finished off the mini of the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This was also in a project pan. I finished off the Smashbox Photo Finish Centering Citrus Primer Water. I really loved the way this smelled. My very favorite, Fix Plus, finished this guy off. And then also the Milani Make It Last. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I also finished off 2 little lip products. I had my little sample size of the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine Ultra Cushion Lip Gloss in the shade SPL. I really liked this. I don't know if that color is one that I would purchase, but I do have Back Talk, I want to say, and I purchased it because I liked that so much. And then this guy here by Avon. Full disclosure, there was only a little nub of this left anyway, but it is still an empty for the year. I finished off a little bitty perfume. Why can't I think? Little bitty perfume. This is Poison Girl by Dior. Hopefully I'll have more of those next year. And then finally, my largest category that I just don't think I can pick up all at once in a way that you can see. I will try. I'm sure you know what it is because everybody, this is their largest category, I feel like. And that is going to be mascara. Mascara. So I finished off, let's see, let me pull the full sizes out first. I had more in here than I realized. So I finished off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 full-sized mascaras. Some of these had to have just all been open at the same time. But I finished off the Double Decker Lashes by Butter London. I want to say this came in like a BoxyCharm, and I did quite like it. I finished off the Maybelline Total Temptation. I liked it just fine, I think. The Amplifique mascara, I don't remember liking this or really seeing anything special with this. I have my NARS Climax mascara. This was just kind of meh for me. The Unleashed by Wander Beauty. I think this one was kind of meh as well. One of my very favorites of life, this is the Essence Lash Princess. I like the coral one the best, but they're all really good. We had the It Superhero Mascara. I absolutely adored this. And then, as we discussed a little while ago, we had the Big Ego by Tarte. I have to say, I love this packaging. It's good, heavy packaging. I love the color. I just wish I liked the mascara more. And then, as far as minis, I finished off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minis as well. So, oh, you know what? Honestly, this should have been in my primer category. This is the Subversion by Urban Decay. This is their mascara primer. So, it probably should have gone in the primer category. Sorry about that. But we also have from Pretty Vulgar, we have whatever their Faux Reals Black Swan is the shade. This little tiny guy by MAC I didn't really like. This is the false lashes. I may have had it too long. It may have been just super dried out. We have the Too Faced Waterproof Better Than Sex. We have Marc Jacobs. This is the Velvet Noir. I've spoken before about not liking this one. Oh, this one should have gone in the primer category as well. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer for your eyelashes. This little sample is what made me fall in love with the product and caused me to go out and buy the full size, and I love it. This is the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I think it was fine. The Superfan. This one is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is by Smashbox. I have a full size of this as well that I can't wait to break out. Pat McGrath, the Fetish Eyes. This one was just kind of meh. Another Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. Don't like it. And then Bad Gal Bang by Benefit, which I do quite like. So yeah, that is what a year's worth of empties for me looks like. And as much as I love everything that I have gone through and the fact that I can see all of this empty makeup in front of me, I'm going to set higher goals for myself in 2020 to have even more empties. And like I said, I'll start keeping track of the dollar amount because I think that that's really very interesting. And when it comes to like the little miniatures here, I'll see what I can do to kind of like either calculate it out, which seems exhausting, or maybe just assign a flat dollar amount to all of them. Because when it comes to the little deluxe sample sizes, they come from a variety of places. It maybe came as a point perk from Sephora, like this one did, the Kush Mascara. I remember this was like a 100-point perk and I wanted to try it. Some of it came in subscription boxes. Some of it came in those, the Sephora favorites. I'm so addicted to those. It's ridiculous. So I've got some from those. So some things I've paid for, some things I really haven't. So I'm probably, now that I say all that out loud, just going to assign a flat dollar amount to some of the miniature stuff. But I really want to exceed this next year because it's really, really cool. So I am going to go ahead and like pull all of this apart, try to recycle as much as I can. Makeup products can sometimes be a little bit difficult when it comes to recycling. The couple of MAC products that I have in there, I'm going to back to MAC if I can. And yeah, so I would love to know, how much makeup have you gone through this year? Are you crazy like me and hold on to all of your empty stuff to look at the end of the year? Did you keep track of the dollar amounts of makeup that you use throughout the year? I would love to know. I'm fascinated. It's a sickness. Beauty empties videos, I'm obsessed. So I will stop rambling. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you're having an amazing day. And I will see you next time. Bye.